The time has come. Am I going to like this Nadja's hair color with her skin complexion? Because I've been seeing some photos and I think she might need a reroute. Hola, high fashion doll lovers. My name is Christopher y bienvenidos to Just Christopher TV. In today's video, I am finally, yes, finally, unboxing Optic Gold Nadja, the anniversary doll by Jason Wu. Hold on one second. Oh, it just says Nadja Rhymes Dress Doll Jason Wu Collection Optic Gold. Okay, it's not an anniversary situation. I don't know why I thought that. But anyways, that's what the box says. We will be unboxing, we will be reviewing, we will be restyling, and we will be analyzing. Let me say what I'm going to be analyzing. It's kind of referring to what I just told you guys about the hair and the skin tone. In the photos, I was okay with it when I pre-ordered it. I love Nadja in the skin tone, but I've seen some photos here and there from different people that have already unboxed her because obviously, you know, I don't pay for overnight shipping because we don't have those kinds of funds over here. So I usually get my dolls later. But anyways, I digress. In some photos, the hair and the skin look fabulous. In others, not so much. So I'm going to see how I feel in my hands, in my experience. So yeah. Let's get into it. And as soon as I said that, I feel like something's in my eye. And nothing comes out. How wonderful is that? Anyways, she's in her shipper box. She is right over here. And I don't know if you guys have seen online, you know, just a refresher for those that have. It does appear that the box were printed with a different name. Because as you can see here, there's like a little label right there. This is Optic Gold. And then if I'm not mistaken, can I pull it off? Yes, you can. Boo. It says 24K. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the name 24K. Or we could even call 24K Optic Gold. Like it could have been a whole thing. But it's all right. I don't usually keep the shipper boxes. I don't need the dolls after. Like that little bit of detail was cute. It was shocking. Okay, not shocking. That's a little dramatic. But it's not going to change anything for us. Okay. Go ahead and flip that open. Because this is a Jason Wu Nadja. Something that's, you know, not the norm. Because this is not a doll that he occasionally plays with. It appears our box is the Jason Wu Classic box, not a New Face box. You know, he said, I'll take the New Face girl in my collection, but you're not taking my collection to the New Face girl. That felt shady, but I could see that happening in the fashion world. Totally could see that happening with Jason. As we mentioned, here's our classic Jason Wu collection box. It is our solid white with the Jason Wu logo in the front. Now, I usually have, usually the back of the box has all of like the industry things, like the recycled materials. Ooh, oh, I apologize. Did I hit the microphone? I definitely hit my own chest. Yeah, I digress after just hitting myself. Yeah, there's nothing back here. It's a little odd. It's a little plain. Huh. First, there's a sticker above the name with a different name. And now we have a box with no legal information. Huh. Okay. Anyways, go ahead and... Oh, I shouldn't shake her, right? We don't want to give her shake syndrome. Just... Oh, God. It's not that hard. I'm just overreacting. Really. I mean, it's a little complicated, but it's not that hard. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh. See, this just goes to prove I didn't look at all angles of the box because the information I was seeking at the back of the box, because it's normally where it is now at the bottom of the lid. That is where it is now. Like, can you, like, okay, all right. I mean, slick. The UKCA thing is also a sticker. I don't know if they forgot to print that. Hold on. Did you see that? Okay. These are the things that I notice, okay? Where I'm just like, oh, the box has changed. And I'm sure no one probably picks up on that because it's not information we read. I feel like once you buy one doll, you kind of know the drift, right? But it's just interesting to see the small changes that happen throughout the years. And yeah, I mean, to each his own with it being put here. For those that are wondering what it says. Manufactured and distributed for JWU LLC by Integrity Toys Inc. And then the address of Maryland. Designed in the United States, made in China. Jason Wu trademark. I believe that's what. Yeah, Jason was a trademark of JWU LLC. All rights reserved to JW. Has the Integrity Toys website. It says, warning, choking hazard, small parts. This collectible doll contains small parts that may not be suitable for children under the age of 3. Collectors 15 and up. Suitable for children under the age of 3. Child would even say children under the age of, I don't know, 5. Although my niece is now currently 6. But that's different. It's different. You see, I've trained her to... That sounds horrible, but it's true. I trained her to be around collectibles, so there's a lot of more softness when it comes to my stuff than her own stuff. Product contains a 12.5-inch fashion doll outfit and accessories. This doll cannot stand alone. A doll stand is included. All the usual. I do think some was missed out, but whatevs. I got a little glimpse, but not a full glimpse. Okay. Let me situation you. That's not a word, Christopher. Don't even try it. Let's feel. Okay, the fabric is giving texture. We love that. You know, we love when the fabric gives texture because, you know, it's real fabric. Unlike the printed stuff at paper over at Barbara. Deep breaths. I know, right? I couldn't miss one moment to be shady to Barbara. It just is so easy. Cleanse thoughts. Be present in your moment. Oh, shut up, you car outside. Am I ready? I think I'm ready. Oh, you see, this is why I say you gotta open your own box because, girl. Wow. You know, I think I've thought this before where I was just like, she really feels more dipped in honey than dipped in gold. And in the box right now, without extra lighting, you know, just me facing, that's what it's giving honey. It's giving dipped in honey. The way that the hair looks right now, there's a lot of more darker undertones. So I'm really loving it in this moment. Oh, love that little gold detail of the eye makeup. Love this color lip on you. And my only qualm, right? That's the word. Is that the word that I was looking for? It's the word I'm going with. And I had an issue with this before, but it's something that I could get fixed. I really would have loved there to be a hairstyle with this look. And it's something that I'm considering doing myself. Like, I just feel like this hairstyle just doesn't, it's not a styled moment. I feel like I need the hair pulled back. I need something else. But she, dare I say, she might not get that reroute. She might not. Yeah. She might not. Are you ready? Okay. Can you see her? Do you see her? Don't worry if you don't. We're going to look at her closely in a few seconds. Wow. You know, girl. I've been thinking. I'm gonna do something in this video I've never done before. Done. That's what's about to happen. But I'm not gonna tell you what that is right now. You're gonna have to wait until the restyle. Yep, that's what you're gonna have to wait for. All right, for those that are new around here, I'm going to go ahead and unbox her off camera, have a one-on-one moment with her. And then when we come back, we're going to take a look at her on the turntable to see how she was intended. Then we're going to break down every item that she currently came with, inspect it, look at her up close. And then last but not least, the restyle. And that is the portion of this video that is gonna be not different, but I think what I should say is the portion of that video, the portion of that portion of the video. Wow, it took me 3 times to say that correctly. That portion of the video today is going to be teasing you for something that I have yet to film that's been sitting here looking at me. And as I looked over at it, I was like, you know, I think we're just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to tease it in this video, and then I'm going to follow it up with a full video of it. So let's go. As standard with any Integrity Toys purchase, we have our certificate of authenticity. Here we see that I have edition size 14. No, read that wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I have 1256 out of 1460. Yeah, that's the correct way of reading that. And our doll stand with our Jason Wu collection logo in the bottom. I don't know why, but every time I see one of these stands, especially one like this, ignore my fingers, it just feels, I'm gonna say it, just feels basic. I don't know. Just nothing really special. But I guess it doesn't need to be special. It's just supposed to hold your doll up. So for that, we thank it. After a public outreach, this doll includes 1 pair of posing hands with the long claw nails. We love that. A set of holding hands and the infamous metallic gold gloved hands. Yeah, no. I didn't like them in the photo. I don't like them in person. I just thought the idea of them was odd. I also really don't like, oh, I almost thought that it had chipped already on the camera, but no. I don't like this right here. And by this, I mean, there's no finishing to this glove. Like if you would have given me maybe like a mock glove and given me a little bit of a hand, you just given it more of a style instead of just a dipped hand in gold. Also because it wasn't played with before it was shipped, I guess. This paint here, as you can see, look, it's already coming off my finger, is coming off. Because obviously when you move the mechanic of the hand, that peels off. So if you didn't know, and if you don't have one at home, because by now, I'm sure a lot of people already have their nausea, that is something that occurs there. But yeah, my biggest pet peeve with this is just that it's not really a gloved hand. There is no finishing. Usually with New Face or even FR, when we usually have a glove in the hand, it's more like a motorcycle glove, or like there's more of a design, and it's not just a dip hand. And when it's a dip hand, it usually has some fabric to like hide the connection from the hand to the arm. So yeah, I don't love these for that reason per se. And also, I don't like this metallic look to style with. I have another pair and I don't love it. So yeah, pet peeve, the gold hands. You know, I'm not someone that does a lot of stories with my photography, but this could be like a story for like, I don't know, a thief stealing gold hands from a museum or something, you know? Yeah. Now let's take a look at the jewelry. So here we have the earrings. As you can see from what we're looking at, they're not the same design. I find that to be very interesting. The other thing I find interesting is how they don't go with the necklace at all. Again, the styling of this doll was just very out there and not in a very like out there creative way, but just kind of like, let's throw items together and see if they work. I do personally love these earrings. I love the like avant-garde artsy thing they have going on. I like that they're not the same design on both pairs. I did realize that in the photos for the press, you couldn't, like the promo photos, you couldn't really see what the earrings look like. So they were like a pleasant surprise when I took them out. I also have to say that they're not a really heavy metal. They feel really, really, really light. And yes, they do have a few stones in there mixed in with the gold. So do love the earrings. I probably will be getting a lot of use of these restyling because they're fun, they're different. I like that. Now, the only other item of jewelry in this doll, or that came with this doll, is this necklace. I have to say though, I do love the necklace, but again, I don't love it with the styling of this look. I did see this necklace and this dress on another doll, and I just thought it looked stunning. It was a doll that had no hair, like it was just a low buzz cut, and it really just allowed the items to shine and like really have a moment. So I look forward to playing with this necklace because I think it's super cool how it's like 3 chains and then it has like this dropped thing happening on the side. These are all words that I feel like I knew, and all of a sudden I'm talking to you guys and I don't know them anymore. I feel like the 3-tier necklace has a name, and this like cascade, that's the word I'm looking for, cascade diamonds on the side. It's a beautiful necklace. I'm really excited to add it to my collection. Here we have the handbag, which honestly I'm getting a little tired of. I feel like Jason Wu has just been using this bag way too much. And yeah, I would have loved to see maybe something else, maybe a different variation of this, maybe with a chain, just because I already have it. And once you've had one of these bags, you have enough. So it's cute though. Should I sell it? Wow, the way that that thought came to me. I might have to. The shoes that came with this doll, let me go ahead and just give you one pair. It is a pump design with an ankle strap. That is a lot of things happening at once. For the way that the style of this dress is, a pump would have been perfectly fine. But when you put the shoe on the doll and you like put the strap and everything, this would look really cute with like a short skirt or like a pair of shorts. Like, the design actually is one that you want to see in showcase. So I'm happy that they were included because it's a style of shoe that I could use elsewhere. And I look forward to that. So here are the shoes. Now, another standard for an Integrity Toys doll is a pair of underwear whenever she has a gown. So obviously we're dealing with a doll with a gown here. She actually comes with a pair of black underwear. I want to say sheer, I want to say mesh, but nonetheless, she's wearing a black pair with this dress. And here we have the dress. Now, what I love about this dress is the shape. I really love that very dramatic opening at the bottom. I love that we have a really nice long train. I love that this dress has a zipper. It's something that we do not see very often and something that I would like to see more of, especially with gowns. I would love to see more zippers on gowns. It just makes everything so much better. Like with tops and jackets and stuff, I'm all about the hooks, but for like a gown, I would love me a zipper. Okay, I stayed there for too long. And the bow. Do I want to do it now? Do I want to do it later? I am going to take this bow off, and I think there's a thread right here that I can do it from. You know what? I'm not going to do this on camera, but I am going to do it. The bow is off. If I wanted to, I can go ahead and sew like a little hook here, and then I can do like a loop in the back of the dress, and we can add it there. I don't mind a bow in the back. I just didn't really love it in the front. I can even add the bow down here. That'd be different, right? I can also, we could do so much more things, but look at the dress now. Look at this beautiful, beautiful structure of a dress without the bow. There is a little bit of like gathering, but because of the texture of the fabric, it looks like it goes. And then the beauty about removing the bow is I can style it with a belt. I can give it a blazer and you could just see a skirt. It becomes so much more versatile this way. And I'm so much more excited to play with it now with the bow removed. I also am very happy how easy that was. I keep on like rubbing it. Let me get it close for you guys so you can see. Like it was pretty simple to take it off. Nothing really that crazy. And then I still have the bow intact. The threads are still on the bow as you can see there, but we have two perfectly woven items now that I can play with in a different way. I would even put it up there. I mean, it's very 80s, but you know, yeah, that was a thing back then. It's perfectly fine. I can even put it like down here. There's so many more other places than there, but very excited now that it's like this because it's going to be so much more versatile. Can't wait to style this down the road in the future. We're not doing that in this video. We have other things to look at. Well, I have one thing to introduce you to. But before I introduce you to that look and that collection that we're going to play with in the restyle, let's take a look at our Nadja up close and personal. Look at that face. Look at that hair. I do have to state that straight out of the box, the bottom portion of her hair has a lot of gel, but this top portion literally has like nothing. I'm probably gonna go ahead and dip it in a little water. Oh, wait, that's pretty. My friend told me to just stretch it out while it's here, and I completely now understand what he's saying because it just gives it, it's a vibe like that. I think down the road though, I do see her getting more of like a style. I see it up here. I am loving the color a little bit more now that I'm looking at it on her in person. I'm just really gonna need a styling. But for the restyle that I have planned, I'm just over here stretching this out on camera. But it looks pretty good when you do that. Not bad at all. I've never done that before. Not bad, not bad. For the restyle that I have going on, the hair down would work best. So we're gonna leave it alone for now. So I'll play with it at a later date. But now, let's go ahead and put her in that new look that's gonna be introducing you all to a new video.